Hi everyone. In our last video, I showed you how to create a very simple Hello World website with just Notepad and it's just a page that says Hello World that you can view in your browser. And that file exists on your computer, which is great. You created an HTML page. But what would really be great is if you can put it on the internet for your friends to see. And that's what we're going to cover today. So when preparing for this video, I was looking around to see what hosting companies offer free hosting because if you're just going to play around and learn web development, you don't want to pay for hosting to learn. So there are a few out there that do offer trial subscriptions for a year or a few months, but normally you have to enter in your credit card information, even though they said they won't charge you. It allows them to verify that just not any robot is signing up for a free trial and it's a real person. That's cool and all, but I wanted to find a hosting provider that offered true free hosting without requiring a credit card and without making it only for a limited time. And I found one. And that hosting company is called awardspace.com, and I'll have a link to that in the notes below the video. So I'm just going to open the browser and go to awardspace.com. Oh, I'm already there. Okay, great. So just go to www.awardspace.com, and at the top you see there is a link to free hosting. And then before I continue, let me just say that the whole point of this video is to go through the exercise of being able to take your HTML file that you created, put it on a web server, and now your page is available on the internet for anyone to see. So there are different ways of doing it. You can use a hosting service such as Awardspace or GoDaddy or any of the other plethora of hosting companies that allow you to do that. Or you can go with bigger companies like Amazon AWS or Microsoft Azure and basically put your file in the cloud and host it from there. So when I was researching Awardspace, I noticed that the UI, it's not perfect, but it gets the job done, and it's pretty user-friendly. It also allows you to create custom domain names that you could use to pass around so you can show off your website. And we'll go through that in a little bit. But first, let's sign up for free hosting. So I click on the free hosting up here, click on give it a try, and you can either sign in or create an account with your Facebook, your Google+, or just your name, email address, and password. For simplicity, I'm just going to use my Google+ account. And it automatically signed me in because I am already signed in to my Google+ or Google account from the other tab on this browser here. But if I wasn't signed in, it would ask you, a window would pop up and it would ask you to enter in your Google email address and password, and then that's when it would create your account. So that's already been done for me. And the next page I see here is a welcome and some upsell placement, and I just want to close this and get on to uploading my page. So now it's asking me to change my password. Just a note, your old password was created randomly, and that's in the email sent to you from Awardspace. I'm not going to open it because I don't want you to see my temporary fake password, but it's in there. So I'm just going to change it to something else. And when you do this, make sure it's a strong password because, you know, with all the security breaches and everything, you want to make sure you always use strong passwords with letters, characters, and numbers. Okay, I'm going ahead and change it. Cool. Change successfully. No, I don't want to save it right now. So here is the welcome screen, and they give you a few options to create sites. You could upload your own through FTP or through their their admin panel. You can create a WordPress site, or you can create a Joomla site. In this case, we want to upload our own website because we created our Hello World HTML page. And this is the interface where you can view what files you have currently for your site. So the very first thing you need to do is create a subdomain to upload your files to, and that's done under Hosting Tools, Domain Manager. And here you have two options if you want to remain in the free zone without having to pay for a domain name. You can either create a free subdomain or register a free domain here. I've tried to do register a free domain and it never worked for me, so I always go to create a free subdomain. And this is where you would create your unique name, and it'll be, let's say I was making a site about cars, so it'll be my cool auto page at webpages.com, and that's the format that it'll be in. So let's see if that's even available. Cool. So that was available, and now I have control of my cool auto page at webpages.com. So little background about how this works. The company at WordSpace owns the domain name at webpages.com, and they allow you to create subdomains. That's what this first part is, to create a subdomain on top of their main domain. So my subdomain is my cool auto page, and their main or top level domain is at webpages.com. But they still own the top level domain. Okay, so now that we have that, they allow you to open the website, and if I click on that, you'll see that I get an error because we haven't really uploaded any files yet. So let's go back to Hosting Tool, File Manager, and you see that a new folder is created for my cool auto page. So I'm going to go into there by clicking on it, double clicking on it actually, and we want to upload our HTML page to this directory. Okay, so to do that, we'll go to upload, and you can upload from a URL, or you can drag or select a file. So I'm going to select a file, and my hello world is here. I'm going to click upload. And then I'm going to close it. So now if I go back to the domain manager, and click on open website, you see it's still forbidden, but that's because of the way we named the page. We called it hello world.html. It's probably case sensitive. All right, there you go. And then this is our web page that we created from the previous video. Okay, so you're probably wondering why you have to type in hello world.html and why it doesn't just work like that. And that's because web servers look for certain files by default. It's usually index.htm or index.html. So let's go ahead and rename our file to that and then upload it and try it again. So here's my hello world.html. I'm going to name it index.html and upload it. Okay, I think it's done. Let's close it and see if it's there. It's not there. Let's try that again. Sometimes with free services, the servers are bogged down with a lot of people signing up for them, so the resources are scarce and things take longer than usual. Let's cancel and try it again. Cancel, refresh. Oh, it is there. Okay, great. So I'm going to go back to the main manager. Oh no, it's already here. Okay, so if I refresh this page, there we go. I don't need to type in index.html or hello world. It automatically looks at index.html. So it'll be the same as if you were to type this. And again, that's because the server looks at certain file names or looks for certain file names by default, and one of them is index.html. And if I wanted to make a change in this file, all I would need to do is open up Notepad, open up the HTML file, make my change, save it, and re-upload it. And when I upload it again, this will replace the existing file. So it's asking you that a file by index.html already exists, and do you want to confirm that you want it overwritten? I'm going to say yes. Okay, and when I go back and refresh this page, you'll see that the page has been refreshed. Now, to drive the point home, what we did was pretty amazing. We took a file that we created, we threw it up on the internet where anyone can access it. And that's the power of the internet. That's why I love it so much. You can go ahead and with a few lines of code, create something, and you can take that URL, share it on Facebook, share it with your friend across the street, and everyone can see it. It's a powerful thing. Okay, I hope you take some time, go sign up for a free account at WordSpace, create a HTML page, upload it, see what you can do, share it around, and just play around with it. Until then, keep coding.